This is the 2026 Land Rover Defender 130X. Is it worth every dollar? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We're back at Land Rover of Shreveport for today's video. If you want to know more about this Defender, check out the link down in the description of the video. It has a Santorini black exterior finish and ebony Windsor interior. Something I like here is how well this Defender logo stands out with the gloss finish against the finish with the paint and everything that we have here. The typical look with our upper grille, we're going to have our Land Rover logo, and then we work our way down. We're going to have the lower grille areas right here, also the forward-facing camera. Now there is a gloss finish in this area. Going to have the sensors, all that good stuff is going to be here. And how about our lighting? Let's take a look at our headlights. We're going to have the premium LED headlights with the signature daytime running lights. You will find that you have high beams, LED high beams, LED low beams, all of that's going to be here. And we'll work our way around to the other side of the Defender right here. Now you're going to have your air ride suspension with the adaptive dynamics, the gloss black 22-inch wheel right here with the Defender logo. Very nice that it's in that position for today's video. Easy to see. And what do you think about the finish on these brake calipers? Actually, I think that works very well against the gloss rim. We'll have the fender flares right here that are going to stand out nicely. Now, this isn't anything that's active, but it does look nice, so it kind of breaks things up a little bit. We'll also notice one of the changes we have is going to be right up here for 2026, which is a different design as far as this area goes. Nice to have that element there. It just breaks things up a little bit. With your side view mirrors, they're going to be heated. They're going to be power adjustable, power folding, as you can see. Turn signal indicator will be built in right there. They're also going to have blind spot monitoring built in. And to make it a little bit easier to get in and out, not that it's too high off the ground, we have the power assist step right here. Let's see if we can get that to go back underneath. That's going to deploy automatically when you open the doors. There we go. Get it to come back for us like this. There you go. You can see it moving when you open the back doors. And then we'll close that back up. Just a nice little feature there. Going to have the gloss finish on our door handles. And then as we work our way up, you're going to have this nice large roof rack, a lot of extra space for additional cargo, depending on what you need to do. Nice large windows, easy to see out of, that's for sure, especially with a vehicle this size. That's going to be very helpful. Now, I'm going to do things a little out of order compared to what I normally do, but we're going to talk about the gas tank before we get to the mechanical details. It's 23.8 gallons in capacity. On a full tank of gas, you should be able to drive about 398 miles in the city and about 468 miles out on the highway. We'll keep working our way around here to the rear. We're going to have, again, the LED lighting back here. We'll hit the button so you can see that come on. Something else that's changed for 2026, if you haven't seen it already, is the flush mounting of the lighting elements here on the rear. Something else that's very nice is you're going to have your full-size spare tire, easy to get to. That's going to help out. We'll have our recovery hooks right here. Here come all the comments from all the non-Land Rover owners who say they're unreliable, but that is what you get in these videos. Show you the license plate right here that comes with the vehicle. If you want to take advantage of that, for those of us in Louisiana, we can put that on the front because we don't have front license plates here. And you can tow up to 8,200 pounds. And to make it easier to gain access to the cargo area up here, you have the ladder that is installed on the side of the vehicle. You do have a key that comes with it, so you can lock and unlock if you need to. To release the ladder, we just pull on that release right there. And let's see if I can do this. Get that down, and then you're going to fold this down like this. Now, it can support up to 330 pounds, but you might have to have really narrow feet when it comes to trying to get up there, especially with it being as high as it is. It'll give you a good chance to limber up. Under the hood is the inline six-cylinder. It makes 395 horsepower and 406 pounds-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 will be in a little over 6 seconds. Top speed about 120 miles per hour. This is a mild hybrid electric vehicle, by the way. So that being the case, let's come over here. You probably won't be able to see it, so I'm just going to tell you what the numbers are on the window sticker as far as your potential MPGs go. 16 city, 20 highway, 18 combined, and 5.6 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. Let's work our way around to this side and we will talk about the gas tank. It's going to be 23.4 gallons in capacity. You have a gas cap, no capless fuel fill for those who don't like capless fuel fill. On a full tank of gas, you should be able to drive about 398 miles in the city and about 468 miles out on the highway. One thing you won't find here is a power tailgate, but not a big deal. We'll just pull on the release right there and we can open up our cargo area. Something that I like here, you will have to lower the headrests. There's a button on the side, but that thing that I like here is right here. We can pull on that release and lower the center seat back right there, the middle seat area, so that we can use that as a pass-through if you have something that needs to stick all the way through like that. Now we'll go ahead and lower everything down. Make that nice and easy to see. Here are your cargo capacity numbers. 15.3 cubic feet will be found behind the third row. If you lower that down, it's going to move to 43.5 cubic feet and 76.1 cubic feet when everything is maximized. You'll find the little tray right here. We've got some things in it. You can't see it as well because it's covered in plastic, but it is a nice little tray that obviously is removable if you want to take advantage of that. We're also going to have the buttons right here that allow us to raise and lower the rear of the vehicle on the air ride suspension. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and lower that just so you can see it in real time. It actually does it quite quickly. Same thing for raising it back up. It does it a lot quicker than what you might imagine. And one more thing I want to talk about here in the interior of this area is going to be, number one, we have our cargo area lighting, and right here, you're going to have your power outlet. Let's talk about what your second and third row passengers are going to find. Now, just to show you real fast, this is as far as these seats go down. You can lower these to this point if you want to maximize your cargo space. They do recline a little bit. We're going to have our panoramic sunroof here. The shade is drawn partially back, but you can see that that front portion will open. You'll have the windscreen right there to help keep things a little more quiet. How about our door panel? Let's talk about that. We'll show you what's going on over there on the other side. You're going to have the nice large armrest, plenty of padding in there. It's nice and comfortable. Your exposed screws will be here to give it that Land Rover look and feel. And then a nice large door bin that can be used as a bottle holder or whatever else anybody wants to put in there. Now, to gain access to the third row, there's a release right up here on the top of the seat. So I'm going to pull on that. We'll move that seat out of the way, which, by the way, these seats do move back and forth, so it is possible to increase leg space for rear seat passengers. Now, the seat would normally come back to about right here, so it can be rather tight back here, but it doesn't have to be real tight. And as far as convenience goes, there's a cup holder right here, and then we're going to have the button right there for the heated seats. That's going to be helpful as well. Something you don't normally see are oh crap handles in the third row of a 3-row SUV. That's interesting. Air conditioning vents are going to be right here. That works pretty well. It should be nice to help keep the passengers nice and cool or nice and warm depending on what they need. And to make it easier to lower these rear seats down without the seat belt getting in the way, you can actually put it right here in this area and it will stay put. Okay, let's talk about what your middle row passengers will find. Now, one thing that I mentioned earlier is that you can move these seats back and forth. As you can see, there we go. We can move those back and forth just like that. Again, the oh crap handles, and we'll have the air conditioning vent. Let me get out of the way where you can see it right there. That's a good location for that, but there's also air conditioning vents on the rear of the center console, and actually a good bit to talk about here. So we have 4 zones of climate control, dual in the front, dual in the rear. We can change our fan speed right here. Obviously, we can change our temperature as we need to, but if you push on that button right there or dial, you can turn on the ventilated seats and the heated seats. Ventilated right there, heated right there, depending on what your passengers want. And we'll also find some connectivity here with the USB ports. As you can see, we'll have the rear seat pockets right up here, a couple of rear seat pockets, one on each seat. Obviously, you saw the cup holders down here in the floor. That's kind of an interesting place for that. Kind of a long way to reach, but it's there. At least they have the cup holders. And we're also going to have our armrests that can be adjusted via this dial right here. So depending on how far your passengers want that to go down, they can change that and make it comfortable for themselves. I also wanted to tell you about the illuminated door sills, only with the front doors, not with the rear. And one other interesting little thing here is that with the side view mirrors, only the driver's side is going to be auto dimming. The sticker price is $125,371. If you come in to buy this Defender and you need that dollar to get over the hump, I promise to give it to you. Let's see what else you get for that price. Now we're going to start here with our rear view camera mirror. So you can use that with the camera function, as you can see right there, or you can use it as a conventional rear view mirror. I know it's kind of hard to see that here in the showroom at the dealership. And you're also going to have your buttons right down here for your home link, for your garage door opener. You can adjust things on this side depending on what you need to do. You can adjust brightness. You can adjust all sorts of different things. The positioning, zooming in, zooming out, all of that can be done. Something I like here is, number one, you have the oh crap handle right up here. And then what's underneath that is nice. Number one, we have our Defender logo right here. We're also going to have plenty of space underneath that. And then your conventional area for the glove box will be underneath that. Not sure if that's unlocked or not, but we'll see if we can open that real quick. There we go. There's the glove box. Normal amount of space for a glove box. On the passenger side door panel, a little bit more space with the armrest and with the door bin. Again, those exposed screws will be here. Now we'll work our way over here to the driver's side and take a look at what we have. We'll grab the camera real fast, and here we go. Seat memory will be right here, and seat memory also on the passenger side over there. Everything for your windows, which is going to be one touch down and one touch up at all four doors. And then you'll also have everything for adjusting your side view mirrors. All that good stuff will be here. We can lock and unlock the doors. And your power parking brake is located right down here in case you're looking for that. And we normally would have our control for the adjustable steering wheel on the left-hand side. It's on the right-hand side here, but it is adjustable tilt and telescopically. Your heated steering wheel is right there if you want to turn that on and off. It's not coming on right now because the ignition is not on. The engine isn't running. Adaptive cruise control right there, and then all of your voice command controls, everything else will be here, and we can push right here and work our way through different details and information depending on what we need to see. Hopefully that shows up nicely for you on the screen, but just to show you what all is here, you can see all of the different features and functionality. You've got your HUD settings, so I don't think you can see it, but there is a head-up display here. Pretty conventional stuff. You adjust the headlights, or should I say turn them on and off right here. Fog lights here. We didn't talk about the fog lights earlier in the video, but they are here, as are your headlights. You can just leave that on auto if you want to. You also have this as your turn signal lever, so you can use that when you're driving down the road, letting people know what you do before you do it, for those of you that have been to turn signal school. Front and rear window wipers controlled right here. Now, I'm going to do something real fast here to make this a little bit better for everybody, but we need to see it anyway, so we can come right here to settings. If you want to change the theme to dark, that seems to work better for our videos, you can do that right there. You can also come to home screen right here. You can edit the layout. You can add what you have over here, depending on what you need to do. If you want to adjust audio, treble, bass, all of that, subwoofer, here's where you're going to come to take care of that, in case you're curious to know. And then you have all right here as far as your different features and functionality go. Now, let's talk about what else we have here. You can wirelessly pair your smartphone. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have your navigation. Here's where you pair your phone, adjust what you're listening to there. And then right here, the slope assist. This is going to give you some interesting information for when you're off-roading. While I know most Land Rover owners don't take their vehicles off-road, they are very capable off-road, more than what a lot of people realize. But you're going to have a lot of different details and information here. Wade sensing, it's going to let you know how deep a water you can drive through safely, which you can do that. A little over 2 feet right there, depending on your situation. You can take advantage of that if your neighborhood floods or something like that. Hopefully you don't ever deal with that, but if you do, it's going to help you out. There's your compass right there. You can see our wheel info. Let me go back here. Wheel info is there. Energy impact is also here. Not going to give us a lot of information because the vehicle isn't running right now, but just to give you an idea of what is here. Now, if you want your icons, we're going to select right down there, and here is everything. As I mentioned, there's Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You've got everything for your seats, which these are power adjustable seats, by the way. Let me get back to that screen. Keep hitting the wrong thing. Voice commands, vehicle dimensions. If somebody says, hey, what are the dimensions of your Land Rover 130, your Defender 130? Well, guess what? You can come right here and you can tell them, or just memorize it ahead of time. But it's probably more cool just to show it on the screen, because not very many vehicles do that. It's very interesting. Here are our camera views. You can see all around the Defender, depending on where you need to see. You just select on the screen right here. We're going to have every potential view here. There's our front view. There is our rear view. Give you a quick little look around at what's going on here in the showroom. Let you see that these salesmen are working hard to try and make some sales, hopefully hearing from you soon, right? And then off-road view. There is the off-road view, so you can see what's directly in front of you when you're driving at a lower speed. Depending on your situation, you may need that if you're going to tow and take advantage of that 8,200 pounds of a potential towing capacity. Here's where you can see where you can easily hitch up to a trailer. That's going to make life nice and easy. And low traction launch is for your low traction situations. It will just keep the RPM at a lower RPM so you don't risk any tire spin in those situations. And media right there, you can see voice commands right here if you want to take advantage of that. You do have the towing a trailer right here, so you can go in and do whatever you need to do with that. Not a lot I can do to show you with that, just a little bit, but just so you can see what is going on here. That is what all we have. Pretty quick little tour of the screen right there. It's actually pretty easy to use. Now we'll work our way down. We're going to have the button to start and stop the engine right here. That means turning it on and turning it off. Then your shifter will be right here. Everything for turning off your auto stop start is right there. You've got your hill start assist if you want to take advantage of that. Your dual zone climate control here. To adjust your fan speed, you're going to push right there, and you can see there's that 1. We can go all the way up to 7. We can turn that off and deal with that. Now, to turn on your heated and ventilated seats, we also push on these right here, but apparently it's not going to work if I don't have the engine running. So let's just fire things up here real quick just so that I can show you how that works. So there we go. Just so you know I'm not lying to you. There are your ventilated and your heated seats for the driver and the passenger. Everything is here as far as traction control, all of that good stuff. Pretty easy to deal with as far as that goes. Now, we're going to also have this area right down here, which offers a little bit of additional storage space. There's a USB port right there. Here are your cup holders, and something we didn't talk about earlier in the video, your remote. Lock, unlock, you can turn on your locator lights if you need to after dark. There is a mechanical key in here, so if you need it, you can use that to get in and out of the driver's side door. And then we have the remote start that is actually in the app. Not going to be on here, but you do have it. Now, the center console lid actually works as an armrest. I like that. That works well. And then we're going to have the refrigerated console, so you can turn that on and off. We have 2 different settings where that is concerned. As far as that goes, we can push the button right there. There is high, there is low, and it actually gets pretty cold in there. We're also going to have one more thing we need to talk about right here, which is your wireless charging pad. A good location, because I think that's going to probably keep your phone in place when you're driving down the road. Some vehicles aren't known for doing that so well. And there it is, the 2026 Land Rover Defender 130X. Is it worth every dollar? Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments section. I would like to say a special thanks to our friends at Land Rover of Shreveport for loaning us this Defender for the day so we could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful and appreciated. Please share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. And make sure to subscribe if you'd like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing. Check out the video that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.